It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. Coming up next.
Just a little ways east from the nation's political arena, we're in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scotch, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as the default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. Kickoff taken at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jayden Daniels.
Jayden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jayden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel.
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating a sack while the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
5 men in the secondary for the G-men now, ahead of third down. From the gun, it's Daniels. That's caught for the first. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll head up, 1st and 10 from the 42. This set of down starts with an option right. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Going right side, Robinson with it. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
They sure are moving in early, Brock. Here's a new set of downs at the opposing 43. He throws a bullet deep to the right. He's got it deep downfield. And that's a Washington touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So the Giants out and getting set for their first drive. And leading them out, someone playing at a high level over a decade after entering the league. He's got a Super Bowl to his name. It's Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom, there wasn't a quarterback that won more games in the history of the league over the first 10 years. 9 times to the Pro Bowl as well. Put a supporting cast around him, give him a run game and a defense, and Russell Wilson still knows very well how to play this game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Russ now from the gun. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. Stays in the pocket. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left facing a 4th down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Commanders will go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
2nd and 13. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Third and just 2 to go. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stopped for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty Vance Tressway. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be Giants football. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, here's Russ. That's complete to Darius Slayton. They get 40 on the big hitter. And the Giants will have a first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Gets this to Slayton. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. A handoff to Tracy. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd and long for him here. Escapes the pocket.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. The Commanders all set to regain possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball could go right over their head.
Daniels on 1st down. Oh, he got free. Now he takes it.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Micah McFadden able to make the play. One quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll have it 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
So they bring Tress Way back out there for another punt. And the fair catch made here at the 15. No return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
First down throw from Wilson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Third and 4 coming up now. On play action now, Wilson. He's on the move. He's running for it. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Wilson now from the gun. Got a man, Robinson has it. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Wilson now, 1st and 10. Toward the sideline, and he locates Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Wilson now off the play action. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
Now, that's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They go right back to Tracy. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Space to the left. And he did not get in. Finally stopped at the 1. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Giants take a second quarter lead. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Gano ends the point after. And the Giants push their lead to 3. Gano ready to send this away. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Commanders set to take over. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. He'll get this to Samuel. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
3rd and short, Daniels. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Tress way on to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fair catch signaled for and made at the 32-yard line. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Ross out of the pistol. Hits his running back. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
A give to Tracy up the middle. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Taking the handoff, now Wilson. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. Man, it'll be their football. And 2:01 on the clock. This is going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Completed over the middle. And he gets forward for 3 yards as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 28. Has a man, it's Brown. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, he never stared him down, but that was such a good job by the quarterback to keep his eyes downfield, keep working as that shallow cross. Those crossing routes so devastating for zone coverage.
The Commanders in the hurry up. They're hustling for the line. On first down, here's Daniels. He'll get this one to Brown. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Second and 3 now. Again, Daniels to the air. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. Looking for the back that time. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw, Daniels. Gets it to him on the screen. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. From the gun, it's Daniels. Moore's got it. And they get this down to the 28. It's enough for a first down. Nice find by the rookie quarterback from LSU.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Able to get it to Moore. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Daniels from the pistol. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. That's Bobby Okereke. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
The Giants and this running back headed back out for a new series. Holding just a field goal lead, probably going to see them play it close to the vest in the time we've got remaining. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second and 3 now. Here's Wilson. Throwing the out route complete. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. That's good for 7 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line to gain.
First down, here's Russ. Hits him on the out route. Good little rip there, looks like about 6. Marshawn Lattimore up from the secondary for the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Russ is cooking again. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Sticking in the air with Wilson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Wilson to throw again. He finds Johnson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Once more, it's Wilson. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Throwing again, here's Wilson. He's throwing this all the way for the end zone. And he swats that deep shot away, but he better not celebrate just yet. Looks like his contact drew a flag. They may still get this yardage. So halftime has to wait one more snap. That pass interference call means we've got an untimed down coming up. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll double their lead to 6. We're through 2 here with the Giants overcoming home field advantage. They've got the lead at the break. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Hewitt.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Gray now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Giants offense with the football. They'll get it first in this second half. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Russ now from the gun. Gets this to Johnson. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
And Washington into the dime here, defending pass, third down coming. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Neighbors with a catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
The best offenses in the league, and I don't really care what level it is, Kate. They stretch it vertically, and they'll stretch you horizontally. You show them that same look and just push the ball vertical, they'll catch on to it. But you start to mix and match and run these guys across the field, you become dangerous.
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. Running this with Tracy. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Throwing is Wilson. And he's brought down for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on third down. Wilson now from the gun. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Gano ready to send this away. Returning it from the 4. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Their offense ready to take the field now. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. And they send a man in motion. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's out of bounds, past midfield. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Commanders will have a first.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Now Daniels off the play action. He'll get this to Samuel. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. And with enough time, it's almost inevitable he'll find enough space for a completion.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Buys to... Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the pressure drives them backwards.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. To throw, Daniels. Got a man, Robinson has it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And it's back to a 1-score game now. The deficit is 6.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Giants back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Trying the right side with Tracy. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Defense shows blitz. Wilson. Quick slant caught by Neighbors. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
It's Tracy on the carry. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Second and 10 now. Connects with Slayton. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Wilson on 1st and 10. He's got him. That's Tracy. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Tracy. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. So nothing but a pair of field goals added to the board as we arrive at the end of our third quarter. It's the Giants with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. New set of downs for him at the 38. Oh, he lost the football! And the Commanders pick this one up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Those defenders see the QB keep the ball, Kate. They're hoping they can get a hit on him before he gives himself up. He got there in time, took full advantage, even hitting him hard enough to jar that ball loose.
Now outruns their offense to take over. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Daniels back to throw. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. He's got Brown on the slant. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Again, Daniels to the air. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's 3rd and short. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
That's complete. McLaurin along the sideline. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a first.
That's just a gorgeous corner route by the wide receiver. I bet you'll find, Kate, in the annals of football history, the best corner route runners as receivers are also the best slant runners, the best post runners, because it's all about change of direction, and that was put on display right there.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. First carry now for Austin Eckler. Still has room inside the 15. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And it's a gain down to the 5-yard line. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Daniels. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Commanders come through to tie it in the fourth. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
The touchdown brought it even, and this try can give them a fourth-quarter lead. And he comes through on the kick to give them the lead here in the fourth quarter. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Gray now on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Now here comes the New York offense. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. First down, here's Russ. Escapes the pocket. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
From the 26 on second down. He finds Slayton. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Wilson on third down. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A pickup there of 33 yards. And the Giants will have a first down.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. First down throw from Wilson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing again. Here's Wilson. Gets this to Slayton. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
All right, set now. First and 10. Working inside the red zone. Connects with Johnson. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Second and 3 now. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Here's Tracy once more. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. It will line right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
This one of the biggest moments of the game for Graham Gano. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Gano ready to send this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Commanders are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels has a man, it's Brown. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
From the 38, he'll get this one to Brown. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Ertz reels it in. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Commanders trail by a couple. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss. The Giants using their first timeout as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And again, they'll get there to meet him at the line and take him down. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Here he is to throw. Forced out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
Now, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. Robinson does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. He'll look to throw it. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
You know, down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going and get in position to swat it away. That is well done.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Robinson. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. It's a gain of 2, and that's going to bring up 4th and goal.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. First down, didn't score. Second down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
Matt Gay now in a high-pressure spot. Lined up middle for the attempt. That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
You know what I love about that, Kate? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Gray now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Mike Sandler still makes the play. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. Their defense held, clinging to the slimmest of leads, Brock, and now that lead entrusted to this offense, asking them to just run out that clock.
And now the last thing this offense wants to do, really the only thing it can't do, is make an unforced error and turn it over. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So next to the nation's capital, it's a home win for the Commanders. And they got the field goal when it mattered most, and that kicked the difference in the game and what lets them leave here with a victory. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from D.C.